Hi, I'm Keiko. Today's video is the last one in the series of chairing a discussion session. So you open a session and build rapport with the speakers and participants. You elicited ideas from participants and led a lively discussion. You also politely and professionally reminded people about time to run the session on schedule. Now it's nearing the end of the session. What do? You can't just say, "That's it, thanks, bye." When you close a session, there are a few things you need to do as the chair. And these are, number one, ask for final questions or comments. Number two, summarize the session. And finally, thank the speakers and the participants. So today, we're going to look at phrases you can use to wrap up a discussion session. Let's get started. Before you wrap up a session, you want to make sure no one has burning final questions or comments. Of course, you can't hear from everyone, but if someone is dying to make one more quick comment, you want to let them do so they can leave the room happy. Say, "Does anyone have any other questions or comments before we close?" Are there any final thoughts? If you don't have much time, you can let them know that by saying, "We have 5 minutes." After making sure people are ready to close, summarize the session. Say, "Before we end the session, I'd like to briefly summarize what we've discussed today." If there are no other comments, let me just summarize the main points. Then before you dismiss everyone, thank the speakers and the participants. You can say, "I'd like to thank again our speakers for their blah blah speeches and the participants for the blah blah discussion." Choose the adjectives that work for your particular situation. So for example, "I'd like to thank again our speakers for their insightful speeches and the participants for the valuable discussion." You can use other adjectives like fascinating speeches or informative speeches or lively discussion, productive discussion. Think of other adjectives that you could use. You can also say, "Before we close, let me just say, this has been a great session. Thank you all." And remember to make eye contact and smile when you say this. How you end a discussion session is important because it affects people's impression on the entire session. By using the phrases we've covered today, you will be able to close a session politely and professionally. And remember, you can use these phrases in any type of meetings, like a business meeting, a workshop, or orientation. So that concludes our series of newsletters on chairing a session. I hope you found them useful. And if you have any other topics you would like me to cover in my videos, please don't hesitate to let us know. Thank you for watching the video. See you next time.